Welcome once again to our video series covering Softdial Contact Center from Sytel. In this video we will introduce you to using the Scripter Designer to create your first IVR script. We'll cover preparing to create the script, understanding the resources that will be required, creating a new project in Scripter Designer, adding script steps to play audio messages and get the contact's responses, passing data between script steps using script fields, validating the script to check for and locate any errors, and finally publishing the script for deployment on a campaign. Let's start by looking at the preparation required before creating the script. We'll need to make a draft plan of the script flow, think about any possible failure modes, and consider what sound resources or audio files will be required. The draft plan of the script should set out the script flow, first in words and then diagrammatically. It is best to get this clear before starting the design on Scripter Designer. In this script, we will play a welcome message when the call is received, play a menu message, for example pressing 1 for sales or 2 for service. If the contact enters 1, play the option 1 message. If they enter 2, play the option 2 message. If they enter any other digit, we'll play an invalid message asking them to repeat their selection. The call will then be ended. It is very often helpful, particularly with more complex scripts, to draw out the script flow graphically, adding in any steps not covered in the written plan. This also makes it easier to spot any potential failure mechanisms and work out how to handle them in the design. The example here adds a path to end the call if the contact hangs up while we are playing the welcome message. Next, we need to prepare the sound files that will be required. In this script there are 5. The welcome, menu, option 1, option 2 and invalid recordings. These recordings must be created as WAV files and formatted as ALAW 64 kilobits per second mono. The files can be uploaded to Softdial Contact Center using Softdial Repository, the Sounds tab. For production, you may want to have your sound files created professionally. In this case, you can create temporary files to allow you to get on with designing your script. When you upload your files, they are given symbolic names based on the file names. For convenience, it is advisable to use file names that are descriptive and easy to remember. You will use these symbolic names to reference the sound files in the script design. With the preparation complete, we are ready to open Scripter Designer and create a new project. If you don't already have Scripter Designer on your machine, you can download it after logging in to Softdial as an administrator. Download the Scripter Designer file and run the application. Open a new project from the File menu and give it a name. The script layout window shows that the start and exit steps have already been created for you. Click the Script Resources tab at the bottom of the left pane to reveal all available script steps. Drag the Play Recording step onto the layout. This step will play the welcome recording. Steps are connected by dragging a connector between them as shown here. Every step has one or more outcomes which determine the script flow. Here, the start step only has a next outcome which is selected by default. Double-clicking a step opens a window that allows the user to configure the step behavior. Here we are setting the sound resource name of the step to play the welcome recording. The playback timeout setting has a default value, so there is no need to enter a value for this. Now add the play recording and capture step. This step will play the menu recording. This step will also capture the contact's response, that is the digit value entered. We now connect the play recording step. Note this time there are 3 possible outcomes: fail, success or call ended. If the welcome recording step fails for any reason, we still want to play the menu recording. So we will connect both the fail and success outcomes to the menu step. If the contact hangs up during the welcome message, this will produce a call ended outcome. If we look at the Outcomes tab of the step editor, we can see how the outcomes are configured. We'll now add the steps needed to handle the call ended scenario during the welcome message. First, we need to add an end call transaction step. This step closes down the Softdial call session. Next, we need to add an exit script step. You can have multiple exit steps in a script. We can now connect the call ended outcome of play menu step to the end call transaction step, and connect the next and failed outcomes of the end call transaction step to exit script. The end call transaction step has a mandatory input, the agent outcome code for the call. The exit script step also has a mandatory input. The exit code can have any textual value. This code appears in the scripter logs and is very useful for diagnosing where a script has exited. We'll now configure the play recording and capture step to play the menu recording. We also need to configure the step to capture the contact's key presses. See the tooltips for details. The sound resource name is the symbolic name of the recording file created from the file name when the file was uploaded in Softdial repository. Digits low and digits high are the minimum and maximum number of digits respectively to capture. In this case, we only want to capture one digit, so we set both to 1. Valid digits is the range of digits to capture. We want to capture all digits, including invalid ones, so we set this as shown. Terminating digits is the digit or digits that will terminate the capture. We will set this to hash. Capture timeout is used to end the capture if no digit is entered. We'll set this to 6 seconds, since we're only capturing one digit. We'll now demonstrate how to use a script field to pass data between script steps. The contact's key presses are captured to the digit data output field of the step. We need to create a script field to pass this data from this step to other steps. To create a new script field, click the Script Fields tab and select Add. Enter the name of the field and click OK. If needed, you can also set an initial value, but we don't need this here. The new field appears in the list of available script fields. We can now set the digit data output field to the newly created Chosen Option script field. Right-click in the text box and select Insert Script Field. Available script fields are listed in the drop-down list. Select the Chosen Option field and click OK. This step has 3 outcomes that should abort the script. We'll connect the aborted, call ended and fail outcomes to the end call transaction step. Next, we need to add a decision branch step to route the script based on the contact's selection. The decision branch will use the Chosen Option script field as its input. We'll connect the success and timeout outcomes of the play recording and capture step to this step. Now we add 3 play recording steps to play the option 1, option 2 and invalid recordings. This time we'll rename the steps to make it clear which is which, and configure the sound resource names. When connecting the decision branch step to these steps, we need to enter the outcome values for each option. The invalid option can be left as default. This is the outcome for anything other than 1 or 2. After playing the selected message, we want to hang up the call, so we need to add a hang up call step. And then the end call transaction and exit steps. Now we can connect the 3 play recording steps to the hang-up call step, selecting all 3 outcomes. Connect the hang-up call step to the end call transaction step, and connect the end call transaction step to the exit script step. We'll set the exit code to end so that the logs will show that the script exited normally after completion. We are now ready to validate the script and check for errors. Note, this cannot detect errors in script flow, but it will detect that all mandatory fields, inputs and outcomes have been configured. In the Script tab, select Validation Check. The status list lists any errors detected. Click on an error to highlight the step causing the error. The end call transaction step is missing a required input, the agent outcome value. After correcting the error, redo the validation check. This time, no more errors are detected. We are now ready to publish the completed script project to the campaign it will be used with. First, we need to configure the publish URL to the server hosting Softdial Scripter. This is done from the Tools Options menu. In the Project tab, select Publish. Select the virtual agent type, enter the appropriate campaign and queue names, and click OK. The script is now ready to be deployed with the IVR101 campaign. For more information on Scripter Designer or any other Softdial Contact Center product, visit Sytel.com or see the other videos in this series. Thank you for watching.